y'all. It's me, SB. For those in the U.S., I am SBULive, and you all know me by now. But for my South African family, I'm Sabu. And tonight, I hope everyone's doing well, but I have a guest with me. It is Jackson Cooper. Some of y'all might know him as Coopscorner, but listen, he is an outstanding Renaissance man who goes all over the continent of Africa. He is learning a whole lot more than I have, and I live here. So I had to invite him in as a guest, and we have had such a terrific day so far, but I had to bring him to you guys. So for you all that don't know anything about Mr. Cooper, he's here with us, and we're gonna be sharing a few things about him. So
where are you from?
I'm a Liberian.
You're from Liberia? So what are you doing out here in Nairobi, man?
I have my family, yeah. So it's Christmas time, though. So I can just spend some time soon.
Okay. So this is my first Liberian that I've talked to today. So how do Liberians or Africans in general feel about Black Americans?
We believe that they don't have culture. They have all adapted to other society. So they lost culture. Yeah, that's what we believe. They don't have culture. They have all adapted to other society. So they lost culture.
So is that what most people in Liberia feel about Black Americans?
Yeah. That's what we feel. That like if you were born there, there are some things that you won't do. We believe that if you are in Africa, like our tradition demands a lot of things. And when you are there, those things you won't do them.
hey, Coopscorner.
How you doing? Nice to meet you, and thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It is a pleasure. I gotta know a lot, because see, listen, my family don't know you.
Right.
And I got a new family over here in South Africa. And so you all, I've only been here 5 months. Y'all know this. And over back in the United States, I talked about a whole lot of different stuff. But here, I want to know, I'm asking somebody from the U.S. about Africa. How about that? South Africa at that, because y'all listen, go check him out. It's Jackson Cooper at Coopscorner. You gotta go check it out. I mean, he knows so much about Africa. He's been to Egypt, he's been everywhere. When I came to South Africa, I said, I see so much wealth in South Africa.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's a lot of wealth here, but then there's also another side. But you know, that's gonna happen. That's the real world.
Yep.
Now that have you seen both sides, or what do you see when you see it? Or how do you think, if you were to live here, how could you contribute at all, if at all?
That's a great question. So my contributions are through doing, all right? So when I'm out talking to people, my mission really is to show my people in a good light, Black Americans. Oh, sorry for touching that mic. So showing my people, Black Americans, in a good light, and showing people who may not get a voice, show them in a good light.
Absolutely, I like that. I like that, because we do need to kind of bridge the gap. Because there is a vast difference between African Americans and Africans.
It is.
Black Africans. And it seems to me it shouldn't be. I know, because we didn't choose where we were born and the way we grew
Exactly.
up. And it's a lot to learn about the different cultures per se, but when I actually think about it, being African American, I don't think we have a culture.
Wow.
I don't. I don't. Will you help me out? Help me, Jackson. Can you tell me something that is our culture? Don't tell me eating chicken, because we just ate chicken.
It was good too. Thank you.
Tell me something that you would think that we would, that you can associate with being an African American and say this is the culture of an African American.
So, I have traveled the world, 26 countries across 4 continents. I'm blessed. Every time I go to a country, people are dressing like Black Americans.
Okay, so you would say I dress.
See, but that's like the icing on the cake.
Okay.
So you see, a lot of people dress like Black Americans, want to talk like Black Americans, but don't want to walk a mile in our shoes. We got to be honest.
Okay. So you would say our outward appearance would be our culture.
if you just look around the world, the most popular culture is quote unquote hip hop culture. It's like, these are facts. These are absolute facts.
You see why I don't, I'm not hip hop at all. So I know.
Let me say something.
Okay.
So when I say hip hop, because I'm with a polished woman right here, even women from other cultures want to emulate you, emulate your braids, emulate your lips and how you look. That's still black culture. Now that can be African culture as well.
That's what I'm giving credit to.
But all right, so who's seen more on like the wider scale?
Okay.
Are we looking at a Lupita Nyong'o from Kenya, which is a beautiful woman?
Yes.
Or are we looking at a Beyonce more?
We're looking at a Beyonce more.
And she's a black American woman.
Yeah, but I think she has a European look.
Okay, maybe she's not the best example. So,
you get what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, 100%.
She doesn't look like,
A
and I'm gonna
sister.
say an average, typical black woman. I don't see Beyonce looking like that.
You have a point. You have a point.
But I'm trying to, I myself, and it may be because I have this dark skin, like the braided hair, have the full lips, nose, or what have you, I relate better to the African sisters.
I can see that.
As far as my culture goes. Now, I don't know no Zulu. I don't know any of the 11 languages that they speak.
Yes.
But as far as I would blend, I think, well over here without, it's a learning curve, of course. But other than that, I would think that we would get most of our culture from here. And I know what you're saying, seeing it on a broader scale, maybe not. And I'm trying to figure that out. It's like, how did we get lost in this? Now, as far as the men go, I can see why you would say the hip hop culture, the music and things of that nature. I can see why that would be more, that would appeal to men more.
Mm-hmm.
But as a woman, I'm getting a little lost on it. I'm trying to find that culture.
Yeah, I mean, it is different for men and women, but what I've noticed is this. Sometimes not even opening my mouth, people know that I'm not from Africa. So I can never come here and say I'm an African because I'm a visitor. That's why I don't never say that I am an African, because I got to pay for visas when I go to these countries. I got to do this and that. I don't have citizenship here. So I'm a guest and I act as such. But like you said, we do need to bridge the gap.
Yes.
Because we're more powerful together than separate. That's just a fact. So.
Yeah. And I want that to be my contribution. But you're right. We are foreigners. I can blend in a little bit more. But see, your style wouldn't allow you to do it. I don't see many men here wearing beards. I'm not saying that they don't, but I don't see many doing so. And I'm sure it's because of the way the work and things that we do here.
Yeah.
So you're right. But gosh, I'm still looking. I want to know, because culturally, I think they pick up on things that have already been done as far as the braiding, the hair braid, and even now more so with the natural hair.
Yeah, natural's beautiful to me.
See?
I love natural.
Yeah.
Actually, like when it comes to women, and I don't want to veer off too much, I tell them, like, could you not do too much makeup and just...
Right.
Because I want to see how you look.
You don't want to later on figure it out.
like you in that movie, I'm Gonna Get You Sucker.
You took off the legs and all that.
Yeah, I can't have all that.
I do remember that. I remember that the most.